EA Sports. It's in the game.
What's good, YouTube? DM Gaming here, guys, and we back with another college football 25 video. Guys, I'm changing it up a little bit, all right? I'm changing it up a little bit. Today, I actually want to go into campus IQ gameplay because I don't know. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about that. So, the campus IQ gameplay features set introduces... Hold on, let me start over. The Campus IQ gameplay feature set introduces an all-new composure system, player wear and tear, screen shaking home field advantages, and dozens of diverse play styles across 134 FBS teams. So let's dive into that because that is interesting. I know I said I was going to talk about Road to Glory, but we'll get to that. I mean, it's not going nowhere after all. You get what I'm saying? So let's talk about campus IQ gameplay features. One thing, guys, about NCAA or college football, my bad, EA college football. You know, NCAA, they want no part of that. They gonna miss out on that dough. But anyway, so one thing about this game that's prominent for it coming back is the schools want to be represented. The schools want to be represented because, guys, let's be real. A college football game is also a recruiting tool. It is. At the end of the day, it is. Because who would not want to be in a video game where millions and millions of people get to play with you? Pause. But anyway, I have to digress. So getting into a Campus IQ gameplay features true college gameplay. Okay, powered by a wide range of player ratings that fluctuate throughout the game. So let's pause right there. Okay. One thing, guys, a lot of this stuff isn't new. A lot of this stuff ain't new. A wide range of player ratings that fluctuate throughout the game. That happens in Madden right now. It's happened in NCAA 14. That's nothing new. We've seen this before where if a player is struggling, his stats are going to drop. If he's balling out, they're going to raise. It's not a significant drop. It's not a major raise, but they do fluctuate. Okay. And this is going to tie in with the composure system that they have in the game where, I mean, if a player is composed, they're going to be good. This is very similar to previous renditions of NCAA football where the player could be ice or they could be on fire. Okay. And they had this in Madden too. It's you know, EA likes to recycle features, which I don't have a problem with because that is true to the game. I mean, guys, some guys are on fire, some guys are cold, but you can't get out of that cold streak. But that's very similar to what this is in that if a player is not composed, his stats are going to be lower and he's more likely to either fumble a football, miss a tackle, drop a catch, quarterbacks making inaccurate throws, things of that nature, the bad things. O-lineman, false starting or holding, defensive lineman jumping off sides, you know, or you know, penalties in general have a higher chance of happening when a player is not composed. And they've given us hints of this, and we'll get to that. But still, that's what this whole rating fluctuation is entailing, okay? So that's what that is. And then the next part is team tiers, which we know that. And that also has to do with composure. If I'm playing as the Texas Longhorns, you know what I'm saying? And I'm playing against, like I say, like a Louisiana Lafayette, a La Tech, and they're playing in Austin, their composure is not going to be very good for that ball game because they're facing a top tier school. Vice versa, because all of us are pretty much going to find a school that we can try to rebuild a program. And we're going to have to face off against a big time school at some point in time. And just like in real life, bro, if I'm Louisiana Tech and I'm playing Alabama, for instance, you know what I'm saying? In Alabama, in Tuscaloosa, then it's, as a coach, it's my job to keep my players composed. You know what I'm saying? Even more so if we down in the first half. You get what I'm saying? So team tiers, that's a thing as well. That was in 14. You had 1 star all the way up to, I want to say, what, 5 star for the teams and stuff like that. So Cool. I like it. And new in-game passing mechanics. I really think all this is the precision passing thing from Madden, which I don't have a problem with because I myself use it. I don't use it to its full extent because I just hadn't worked with it enough. If you've used that new passing mechanic in Madden to the full extent, let me know. Because to me, it's like you don't have enough time to set up and throw and do all of that. But it's cool. It does give you free range to actually make those realistic passes. But I have it on like the medium tier where I can still kind of lead my receivers and stuff like that. So I do like it. I do like it. It breaks away from the designated animation type throws. You know what I'm saying? Where you can actually put where you want to put the ball and stuff. Because one thing that I don't like about some games is like you ever see those deep balls in college football? You know, you were still in the Xavier Worthy where they hit the receiver deep in stride and the receiver doesn't break his stride. That is difficult to do in games. It doesn't happen as much. It seems like when you do throw it like that, the receiver slows down and then ends up getting caught. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that. So the new passing mechanic kind of eliminates that in a way. All right. And then EA Sports College Football 25 delivers strategic, fast-paced gameplay reflecting true depth of college football. And that was the difference in Madden in college football games was because Madden was slower paced. The NFL is slower. Yeah, the players are faster, they quicker, they react faster. But the pace of an NFL game is not the same pace of a college football game. It's not. College football, you have way more big plays and stuff like that just because there is a skill gap in college football. And just like any level, the higher you go, the smaller that skill gap is. Now, high school, you have tons of big plays because there's a giant skill gap, you know, but college, it's still there. College, that skill gap still exists with 134 FBS schools. Like, bro, all of them not top tier. There's going to be blowouts. You know what I'm saying? Whereas in the NFL, you don't really see many blowouts, like a big time blowout, like 70-something-0 type games. You know what I'm saying? A blowout in the NFL is like 35-6 or 7, something like that, you know. But that's what we're looking at. That's what we're dealing with. And that's how college football is going to play a little bit different. Right. So they also have the wear and tear system. All right. Manage your players' health, limit fatigue, assess risk of injury, and avoid on-field mistakes by using strategic substitutions to ensure your players are the best when it counts. Guys, all the wear and tear system that's what's currently in Madden. Whenever you're doing game planning, which I hope they add game planning into college football. So whenever you're doing game planning, remember you can focus on playing the starters or the backups, and you can focus on full pads or shell, you know, to limit the wear and tear throughout the season. And your players' fatigues in Madden, it builds up as the season goes along. Okay. The higher that fatigue, they enter the game, similar to what we just talked about with the ratings fluctuations. So if your players are fatigued, their ratings will fluctuate. They won't be as fresh. They're not going to be, their ratings will drop. Okay. So you're going to have to limit fatigue. Now, as far as assess of risk of injury, that's also playing a factor if your players are fatigued. Because you're one of those hard-nosed coaches. We're gonna go full pads every day. We're gonna be the toughest team in the nation, you know, kind of deal. Your players are gonna be fatigued. Their ratings are gonna drop. They're gonna be more prone to injury, even in the game. Everybody knows it's 3rd down and 2, and I got my running back in the game, and his icon is red because he is gassed. But I need him for these 2 yards. You are going to be taking an enormous risk in doing that. Because he's tired, his ratings have dropped, he's more prone to fumbling, and he's also going to be more prone to taking an injury. All right. That's what they're talking about a wear and tear system. OK, college football has evolved to where you don't just use one guy over and over and over again. That's wear and tear on that guy. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be more prone to injury. He's not going to be 100% when it matters most. And guys, with the playoff system, that's even more prevalent because you're playing more games. Very similar to high school and FCS, where and NFL as well, because of playoffs, you know, where you have to take that into consideration. You're playing more games. the fresher the team is, the better they perform, kind of deal. You see what I'm saying? And it says, and avoid on-field mistakes by using strategic substitutions. And that's what I covered. The mistakes. When they're fatigued, both in-game from the in-game fatigue as well as the build-up of the season fatigue. Because if they're fatigued building up throughout the season, they're going to be quicker to get fatigued in the game whenever the gameplay is going on, okay? So that they're basically saying you're going to have to be mindful of that. Because honestly, guys, before we could just play those guys, nothing would happen. Well, I say before, but there have been games where if the player is fatigued, they're more likely to fumble. Like, seriously, I've played games of Madden myself where my guy was red and I got hit stick and he coughed it up. They're going to be more prone to do those types of things. A lineman is fatigued and I do a fake snap. They jump off sides. All of that wear and tear system ties into the true college gameplay thing, and they're just kind of really just breaking down what they're saying in this. All right. But that's really cool because now, hey, I can sub in this other back. It's going to make you make it to where, hey, if I got this stud back, I'm going to have to pass the ball around so that I keep him in the game and he's not fatigued. Same thing with the receivers. I'm not going to just one receiver all the time, all game long, kind of. Spread the ball around. All right. But that's really cool that they're putting that back in. Well, I say back into the game. It was in 14, if I'm not mistaken. But still, good thing to have. Pre-snap recognition isn't anything new, guys. We have that in Madden. We had it in previous NCAA games. The reason why they're showcasing it is because they're going to be bringing those elements from Madden over to NCAA as far as ID in the mic. When you bring up your play art, say that I'm running an option play, I can see who is my pitch man. If I'm running RPOs, which RPOs are going to be a thing in NCAA, I get to see who my read man is. If I'm running a play action read play where I can either keep it or give it, I get to see who my read guy is. Those are the pre-snap recognitions that you can expect to see in college football 25. Get the intel you need at the line so you can read the field and make the right decision when it matters most. And I can't wait to run RPOs in college. I really hope they work a lot better than they do in Madden. I can understand why they don't work as well in Madden because everybody's so fast, everybody's so quick. The skill gap is smaller. But dude, and the one thing I liked about college is whenever you did have those cupcake games, you'd run up the freaking score, man. Like it was real. It was true to real life. And I like that. But with the transfer portal, guys, it's going to be fun building a team. It's going to be fun building a team and a program. And it's going to be easier to do it, you know. But the pre-snap recognition, guys, that's nothing new. Just expect the same kind of things that we have in Madden. I don't think they'll add anything new to it. I'm trying to think of something that we didn't have before, but you know. And then next, the home field advantage. All right. The host team has a tangible gameplay advantage in every matchup. Test your squad's road game composure as you face various levels of distractions like screen shaking, missing pre-play icons, and moving play art. Guys, all this is, remember in NCAA, of course, when we had the toughest places to play and stuff like that, you know, in 11 and stuff, they're bringing it back. They're bringing it back. Now, I don't know if they're gonna bring back like the toughest places to play kind of deal. That would be really dope. I really like that because I liked having even building a program, building it into one of those. And I talked about that in the live stream where it'd be really cool if you could redesign stadiums inside of Dynasty mode, similar to how we could do in Madden, where, hey, if I'm playing with a Kent State, that I can get to the point where I rebuilt their stadium to house 60, 70,000 people. You know what I'm saying? And become one of the loudest places to play and stuff like that, you know. Also, what would be cool in the stadium design is if you were giving a decibel level. For example, if you built your stadium to the specs of it being closer to the sideline per se and higher up rather than further out, that your stadium noise would be higher. Like, that would be cool. Are they going to go that in depth? I doubt it, but it'd be cool. Anyway, the host team has a tangible gameplay advantage in every matchup. Yes, because you're the home team. All right. And that's nothing new, guys. We've had it before with the decibel levels and the screen shaking. The thing they did with Madden was more, it wasn't so much as a home field. You had home field advantage, but it wasn't like you were just shaking out the gate. Don't expect the momentum meter from Madden to be in college football because Madden's is very unique to each team, and they can do that because there's only 32 teams. Does that make sense? Whereas college, there's 134. So they would have to come up with not necessarily 134 unique home field advantages, but they would have to create enough to where they can spread it out through 134 teams to not have some of the same things occurring. But it would be kind of cool to see that. You know what I'm saying? Oregon is not the biggest stadium, but the way that it's designed makes it extremely loud, you know, stuff like that. So expect the decibel meter to return, expect to be able to pump up the crowd, or if you're the quarterback at the home team, quiet down the crowd and stuff like that. And it was nothing more cool in the college football games where if I was the away team and I try to quiet down the crowd, that they would actually get louder. Anybody remember that? That was super cool. Anyway, test your squad's road game composure. Okay, as you face various levels of distraction. So if you're the if you're the visiting team, okay, you're gonna come into the game with distractions. If I'm who did I say that I was gonna play with? What program did I say I was gonna build up? I can't even remember. I know I said I was gonna play with Texas. I was gonna play one with Colorado as well. I haven't quite chosen my other school to build up. You know, and really Colorado is kind of like a rebuilding program. But anyway, let's say I play with Appalachian State and I'm playing in Oklahoma or LSU. All right. Me entering that game, my players' composures are going to be down. We're going to take a hit automatically because it's so tough to play in that place. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to bring back the squiggly lines. Everybody remembers that. When it was really loud in an away game, your lines were squiggly, and it get to the point where, yeah, some of your play icons would be missing. The screen shaking. Now, it wasn't to the extent that you didn't know how to play, like it distorted your vision of playing and stuff, but it was still cool to see it and experience it. They're bringing all of that stuff back, guys. They're bringing back the coolest features from the NCAA franchises previously and putting them back in the game because, guys, those things are true to college football. Rattling stadiums. Like, I was sitting here watching the greatest college football intros from the past season and stuff like that. And you look at some of these things and you can imagine, like, bro, imagine being the visiting team. Like when you're in high school and you go to different stadiums, for the most part, all high school stadiums look the same when you're on the 3A level. Now, when you up in 6A, you get to Allen and stuff, things look drastically different. But, you know, until you get the playoffs and you go to these different stadiums. But in college, every stadium is completely different. No stadium looks just alike. And imagine being a smaller school, you know, like Northern Illinois or who else is moving up? Sam Houston, and going to freaking Ohio State. You're playing in Ohio State or even playing in Texas. Like the drastic difference in the stadiums is awe-inspiring. And the fact that everybody but there is basically against you. It's not split. It's not a bowl game where they split the ticket sales. You know what I'm saying? So there is drastic home field advantage. And watching those videos of the entrances, it's like, man, imagine being the away team running into a stadium like that. How hard is it to be hype and excited for it when it's not your school? But imagine the hype level. Imagine the composure when it's your home stadium. Like, dude, that's crazy. And I can't wait to experience that in the game, guys. So that's it for Campus IQ. I can't wait till they give us a breakdown of this. Expect the stuff that I've told you, but it's still going to be cool to see and the interactions and stuff like that as well, guys. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Click that bell icon so you don't miss a single upload, guys. And I do mean a single upload. Click subscribe right there. Boom. Click the bell. Turn on all notifications. That way, even when I post in the communities tab, like I will very frequently, you'll get those updates as well. Till next time, y'all. Thanks for watching. Peace.
EA Sports. It's in the game.